Your engine is dying and your wallet doesn't know it yet. Every morning you turn that key, you are gambling with hundreds of dollars in repair bills. And the industry is betting you never figure out why. Today, I am handing you 7 illegal car hacks that every dealership and quick lube shop loses money the second you learn them. Stay until trick number 1, because it costs absolutely nothing and saves you more than everything else on this list combined. Number 7 is the oil overfill secret. Every engine builder runs in their own car, but nobody prints in your manual. Your manual says fill to the max line and stop. That is the legal answer, not the engineering answer. Cold start is when 90% of all engine wear happens. And for 3 to 5 seconds after you turn that key, your bearings are running partially dry. Running your oil exactly 1/4 quart above the max line gives your pump a deeper reservoir to pull from during that deadly startup window. Do not go a full quart over, because that causes foaming, and you lose pressure entirely, which is a $4,000 disaster. 1/4 quart above max costs you nothing and protects an engine rebuild that costs everything. A retired GM engineer told me privately that the max line is a legal liability marker, not a performance target, and your bearings have known that longer than you have. Number 6 is the fuel tank trap that has been silently destroying a component most drivers never think about until the repair bill arrives between $400 and $800. Every time you top off past the first click of the pump, you are flooding your evaporative emission canister with liquid gasoline. And that canister is built for vapor, not liquid. That liquid fuel saturates the charcoal inside, destroys its absorption capacity, and triggers a check engine light coded as an evap system fault. The fix is completely free. Stop at the first click every single time. I topped off my own tank for 12 years before a fuel systems engineer looked at my repair history and shook his head. 12 years of damage from one habit, and nobody in the industry has any motivation to warn you about it. Number 5 is the throttle body carbon trap, silently strangling your throttle response, especially if your engine has crossed 50,000 miles. Blowy vapors carry oil mist into your intake tract, where it bakes onto the throttle plate and builds a ridge that chokes your airflow. Your idle goes unstable, your cold start hesitation gets worse, and your throttle response feels lazy right in the RPM range where you drive most. Dealerships charge $200 for this service, and that service is literally just spraying cleaner into the bore and wiping it with a rag. A $12 can of CRC throttle body cleaner. And 5 minutes of your time does identical work. You will feel the difference in throttle response within the first 10 minutes every single time, and you will never pay that dealership bill again. Number 4 is the MAF sensor secret, robbing your fuel economy with 0 warning lights and 0 diagnostic codes to ever point you toward it. Your mass airflow sensor tells your ECU exactly how much air is entering your engine, and when it gets contaminated with dust and oil mist, it drifts low, and your ECU adds extra fuel to compensate, burning your money at the pump every single mile. A $7 can of CRC MAF sensor cleaner restores accuracy to factory specification in 5 minutes. Remove the sensor 10 quick bursts from 6 inches away, let it dry for 10 minutes, and reinstall. Drivers who do this regularly report 5 to 10% fuel economy recovery, and at 15,000 miles per year. That is real money you are leaving at the pump every single week. Number 3 is the brake bedding secret. Every performance driver knows, but almost nobody tells you when they hand back your keys after a brake job. New brake pads installed today are not ready to perform at their rated stopping capacity, and driving away assuming they are is a safety gamble with your life. Stopping distances from 60 miles per hour can be up to 15% longer on unbedded pads than the manufacturer specification promises. Bedding takes 15 minutes on a quiet road, 8 to 10 stops from 50 miles per hour to 10 miles per hour, with firm, consistent pressure and 60 seconds of cooling between each stop. What you feel after proper bedding is not subtle. The pedal gets firmer, the bite sharpens, and your stopping distances drop measurably. Every shop that installs your brakes knows this, and almost none of them explain it. unprompted, because once you drive away, it is no longer their problem. Number 2 is the ECU reset trick that unlocks performance you already paid for, but never actually received. Your ECU spent years learning to compensate for a dirty MAFI sensor, a carbon-choked throttle body, and fouled injectors. It did not optimize your engine, it learned to work around a broken one, and it built an entire adaptive map around compromised inputs. So when you clean everything, the inputs improve, but your ECU is still applying the old corrections on top of the new reality. Disconnect your negative battery terminal. Wait 15 minutes and reconnect. Every learned adaptation clears completely, and your ECU relearns over the next 50 to 100 miles, this time against accurate inputs from a clean engine. Drivers report 5 to 8% fuel economy improvement that holds across multiple tanks, not a fluke, but your engine finally doing what it was always capable of doing. Number 1 costs you nothing. No parts, no tools, no store trip required. Smooth, progressive throttle inputs reading traffic 100 meters ahead, coasting to natural deceleration before stops, and holding steady highway speed instead of constantly chasing it. Research from the European Tire and Rubber Manufacturers Association documents 8 to 12% fuel economy differences between drivers in identical vehicles on identical routes. Based purely on driving technique, 12% at 15,000 miles per year, at $3.50 a gallon, is $200 back in your pocket annually with zero investment. Your brake pads last 60,000 miles instead of 35,000. Your rotors never warp. Your tires outlive their expected mileage by thousands of miles. The entire automotive industry makes nothing when you drive smoothly, and that is exactly why nobody in that industry will ever teach you this. You just learned 7 things the industry spent decades hoping you would never find, and every single one puts real money back in your pocket starting today. If this video saved you from even one unnecessary service bill, hit that subscribe button right now, drop a comment below, and tell me where in the world you are watching from, because this community spans every country and every garage, and I read every single one. See you in the next one.